Alright, in this lesson we're going to be talking about the K-hinge constraint.
Okay.
And this is actually a really useful one because it has multiple kinds of hinges.
Okay.
So let's look at a few of them. We're going to be creating a fan and a trapdoor.
Cool.
So let's get started by opening up the actor browser. Let's make this a little bit smaller. It's kind of taking up all our room here.
It'd be cool to just fill a level full of trapdoors.
Yes, it would.
Have a room full of all these great traps that would just gib people as soon as they walked in.
I know.
Ah, I love it.
I know. So under actor, K constraint, we have the K-hinge.
Okay.
And let's go over here and just place that in our scene. We don't have anything to constrain yet, but...
Yeah, I was just kind of noticing. We're just got a hinge just kind of floating here, not really doing it. That's okay, though.
That's okay.
As long as you've got a plan.
I've got a plan.
All right, then.
So let's create another brush, and let's set this guy's... let's set its breadth to maybe 512. We'll set this to 128 by 128.
All right.
Actually, 256. We want a bigger fan. This is going to be our fan. I know, I'm indecisive.
Decisions.
So many decisions to make.
Yes.
Wrong one. Let's go back into here. Let's change this to 512 and 256. Keep getting those width and breadth messed up.
That's okay.
So
You're still cool, Joel.
Thank you, Zach. I think.
Not quite as cool as me, but still very cool.
Okay. Enough with that. Let's go into our side view, and let's pull this guy up just a little bit more. That's kind of covering up quite a bit of space there. Maybe we want it just a little bit smaller. I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just giving you a hard time, man.
Sure you are.
Don't let it get you down.
So let's make it a little bit smaller.
Ah, much better. I think we can actually fit a fan in that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Instead of a giant, massive fan that would look like a big body blender.
Yeah.
Body blender, that's cool.
Anyway, let's subtract that guy out.
All right, check it out.
We can leave the textures just as it is. It doesn't really matter.
Sure. It's going to be behind a fan in a minute anyway.
Right, let's go to our static meshes. And let's go into our, however you say this. It's kind of complicated.
Abaddon?
Yeah, let's just say that's what it is.
Sure.
And we'll go down to fan. And let's select this fan guy. And
yeah, that's Abaddon, man.
Yeah, that's Abaddon.
That is Abaddon.
So Abaddon.
Yeah. Just so you know.
Just so I know.
Mm-hmm.
And let's insert a Karma actor.
Okay.
Let's move this guy into position. He's a little bit
Wow,
bigger.
that's a big fan, dude.
Yes, it is. So let's maybe scale it down a little bit to like 0.25.
Okay. Yeah, I can deal with that a little better.
All right. So let's rotate. Wrong direction. Let's rotate it in this direction.
Still a little large.
Yeah, we'll tweak it out in just a sec.
Okay. I'm not trying to complain. I'm just stating a fact.
And sure.
Joel's like, yeah, right.
Yeah, right. And let's go into here.
There
All right,
go.
that's nice. Let's move that into position and see how small we really need to get this guy. It seems quite a bit smaller.
Smaller than that.
So let's at maybe 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. Smaller than that.
Getting
maybe
close.
0.5, 0.15, 0.15. Even smaller than that.
0.1, 0.1, 0.1.
All right, that's actually really nice. So let's move over here. Get this guy into position. Doesn't that look nice?
Ah, it's fabulous.
All right, that's
I am
nice.
amazed by your fan-making skills.
Thank you. Let's move this hinge into control. And what this is going to do is we want the fan to actually be rotating continuously like a motor.
Like fans tend to do.
Exactly. So
Sorry, couldn't help myself.
I know. So let's move this guy into position and have it, we want it to be rotating around the center of it.
Okay. In this case, it looks like the world y-axis.
Right. So let's rotate this guy in the right direction. Let's move this up just a little bit. And let's rotate him. So let's go over here. And let's set the rotation to pointing. Actually, let's point it outward.
So essentially what we're doing is we're taking this hinge and we're pointing it along the axis that we need rotation.
Right.
Okay.
So let's move this guy over just a little bit.
Now, is the positioning of this constraint going to make any difference?
Well, in this case, it does.
Okay.
Because we want it to rotate around a specific axis.
All right.
And a specific spot, too. I mean, if I moved it over here, I mean, it's going to be rotating the wrong spot.
I gotcha.
So let's move this back. About there. Don't want to be too picky. And let's go into the properties of the hinge. Just by double-clicking on it or pressing F4. And let's go down to Karma Constraint. And again, we have much the same properties as we did before.
Sure, a lot of stuff we've already gone over.
Right, so let's just go down to K-constraint actor, and the K-constraint actor 1, this is the one that we're going to be setting in this case.
Okay.
So let's go to K-constraint actor, and let's find the fan that we have here. So let's click on the fan, and there we have it. We've got the actual fan selected.
All right, cool.
So since that's selected, let's go down to K-hinge type, and you'll see we have 4 different kinds here. We have normal, we have springy, motor, and control.
I'll bet, I mean, I'm not 100% certain, but I'll bet that the one we're looking for is actually, let me think, motor.
Zach, you are just too smart, man.
I know, man, I know.
So let's select motor.
I'm just kidding. I can't keep it up that long.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I can. So what?
So we have the motor selected, and since we have the constrained actor already selected, that's going to be spinning our motor around. But as you can see right now, we don't really have any desired angle or anything set up, so we really don't know how fast it's going to be turning.
Okay.
If we played the level right now, it would not be spinning at all.
All right.
So let's go down to desired angle velocity, and we'll set this up fairly high. Maybe, let's say, I don't know, 5,000. Not 6. No, 6,000's all right. And desired angle, we don't need to set that. And let's set the max torque up to...
Now, is that going to be like the angle velocity we had set up for our barrels a few lessons ago? And if I remember, that was like 65,535
revolutions per second.
Okay, so if you had that set up to 65,535, that would be 1 full revolution a second.
Right.
Okay, just clarifying for anybody out there in the audience who might have already forgot that, kind of like I almost did.
Yeah, well, you sometimes forget things, and that's all right.
Right.